the next few videos, I'm going to be exploring the stunning Portuguese island of Madeira. We've been to some places together on this channel, but Madeira... Starting in the capital Funchal, I'll share my first impressions and cover the main hotspots that you need to visit when you're here. But I won't stop there, because later I'll be teaming up with my friend who is a local here, and we will go beyond the tourist trail and uncover some of Madeira's best kept secrets. And finally, to cap it all off, I'll actually hike across the entire island, making sure no stone goes unturned as we reveal together just how beautiful this island truly is. So, if you're planning a trip to Madeira, or you're just looking for your next perfect holiday destination or adventurous escape, now's the perfect time to subscribe. Okay, vamos! Let's head to the island. Coming into land and seeing the island for the first time was pure magic. Do yourself a favour and pre-book that window seat. You will not be disappointed. Well, talk about a good first impression. So welcome to Madeira. I've literally just got off the plane. I just got off that Edelweiss plane there with the handprints on the front. I just flew in from Thailand, had the most incredible welcome. Window seat once more. We banked over the Atlantic and around Madeira. We've got a full tour of the mountains and the playground for the next few weeks. And then we came over the ocean. We literally flew over pods of dolphins. It was absolutely incredible. And then a beautiful landing on a runway that is actually built out on the sea. This is Cristiano Ronaldo Airport. That's what they call the airport here, can you believe it? Anyway, it's so good to be here. The weather is incredible. I'm here safe and sound, and I'm so excited to go explore. If you are staying in Funchal, the main town here, why not jump on the local bus from the airport? It only costs €2, takes 20 minutes, and the views along the route are stunning. I had seen pictures of Funchal before, but when it came into view for the first time, it really did blow me away. With a population of over 100,000 people, the city banks steeply upon the mountainside, and it just looks stunning. Now, I had some time to kill before I could get settled, so I took to the streets to get my first impressions and to finally get a feeling for life on the ground here. Cheers. I thought I would go to the centre of town, find the busiest street, find the busiest cafe, and order a beer and a little snack. It's good to go to the tourist traps early to gauge how much things cost. So actually, it's quite affordable, even here. So this is a local beer called Coral, never tried it before. And this is an egg tart. And the whole thing was €4.50, which I think is not too bad. €4.50 for a beer and a snack. The cobbled streets, the yellow taxis, the red tuk-tuks. Funchal is a colourful place, packed with history, quirky locals, and just a pure sense of fun. Right, I'm basically in that limbo. You know what it's like when you've flown long haul, you've still got your backpack, you've still got your silly wheeler bag thing, and you can't check in for a few hours. So I'm just kind of killing time, but I can't really get comfortable because I've got all my crap with me. This is always one of the worst things about traveling, is just this dead zone between arriving and checking into your hotel so you can have a shower, unpack, feel at home, and then you can go out and explore. First impressions of Madeira, well, Funchal anyway, it's cool. It's really cool. Having your bags with you when all you want to do is set free amongst it was a bit frustrating, but I did my best to awkwardly sightsee for an hour or two. As you can probably tell, Madeira was impressing me. Impressing me a lot, actually. During this stage of limbo, I'm just trying to do my best to stay out of the pub, because the beers are cheap here and it's a lovely sunny day. But if I'm in the pub for the next 2 hours, that doesn't really bode well for the rest of the video, does it? While I'm sat down, I thought I'd give you some fun facts about Madeira, because you might be thinking, Paddy, Madeira, I've heard of it, but I'm not quite sure, like, where is it again? What's the crack with Madeira? So we are currently 1,000 kilometers out into the Atlantic, so this is very far away from any of the mainland. In fact, the nearest mainland is Africa. It's actually Morocco, but this island belongs to Portugal, both politically and culturally, as you can probably tell. Fun fact number 2, it was actually discovered in 1419 by the Portuguese. There were no indigenous inhabitants at all. Okay, so finders keepers. Portugal win that one. Fact number 3, Madeira's most famous son is obviously Cristiano Ronaldo, aka that's why the airport was named after him. Fact 4, espetada is the national dish, or the island dish. And fact number 5, one of the quirkiest things to do on this island is a toboggan ride, but there's no snow involved. You can ride down the steep city streets in a wicker basket on wooden runners, pushed and steered by 2 men in white uniforms. I think I saw my friend Joe do that on one of his videos. Doesn't really look like something I want to do, but Joe, thank you for the footage. Okay, I just got a text message on WhatsApp from the place I've booked. I've booked it on booking.com, but it's an apartment. I think it's going to be ready at 2:30, but we'll let you know as soon as the cleaning is finished. So, still 2.5 hours. I think it's just going to have to be one of those where we just, you know, have a few shandies. Sure, this part of Funchal is touristy. I mean, it does feature heavily on the European cruise lines, so with 1 or 2 cruises actually in port during the day, it did feel a little bit overrun, but I loved the energy of this place regardless. I haven't planned anything in Funchal at all, because I knew it was going to be like this, because my friend Joe, who you'll meet soon, he lives here, and I've seen through his Instagram stories and a few of his YouTube videos that this is like, you know, this is a cruise town. The big cruises you see behind me, they pull up, and this is where they all come for the day, and you know, it's full of British tourists. And this is not the Madeira that I've necessarily come to explore, but this is where I have to be based for the next few days to get my bearings and to sort of supply up for the big adventure, which is to walk across the entire island beginning in a couple of days. So this is kind of this week's video anyway, is just arriving, first impressions, exploring. We will go up and see some of the nature, because that was the most exciting thing coming into land today, just seeing how beautiful this island is. I can't wait to get proper stuck into it. If you are visiting Madeira on a cruise, then you will absolutely love Funchal. Easily explored on foot, by tuk-tuk, or in a cable car, which I'll show you later. There's just so much to do down here on the waterfront. You will absolutely love Funchal. But if you do want to dive deeper than just the waterfront of Funchal, then stay tuned, because we are going to get to know this island properly. Anyway, it's time to sit down and enjoy a quick beer. Only €1. Dinner rolled around, and a friend of mine took me to his favourite local snack bar. Oh, I'd say cheers, but you don't have a drink.
Yeah, unfortunately. Cheers.
Yeah, this is my friend Joe. He lives here. He's also British, and you'll meet him properly later. But I ordered the food for takeout because I needed to jump in a taxi, get up to the mountain and check into my hotel, and finally get settled.
I haven't been following the English League, but I've only really watched Real Madrid and Barcelona. And the final goal was scored by Depay.
Okay. My takeout dinner was delicious. Some local burger, it was great. And yeah, the room, it was nice. Right, let's get our head down. We've got a big day exploring more of Madeira, more of Funchal tomorrow. wherever you're going on your summer holiday, it's really important to book ahead and plan ahead so that your trip can run much more smoothly when you're here on the ground. Now, when it comes to booking accommodations, fantastic tours, and incredible activities, there's no better place to go than Klook. You can download the Klook app for free or go to klook.com and simply type in your destination and start searching for fun things to do and places to stay, whether that's going on a sunset cruise in Madeira or going on a hike into the mountains. You can book all of these things ahead of time on Klook. You can also find transport passes, SIM cards, and loads of other travel essentials way ahead of time so that when you get here, it's all sorted. Now, I'm lucky. I know a guy who lives here, and me and him are going up into the mountains, and you'll see that soon. But let's say you wanted to go up to the highest peaks of Madeira and do a stunning hike, get picked up in the morning and dropped off back in town. Well, you can book that right now on Klook, and then you've got a really fun adventure to look forward to when you arrive here in Madeira. And if you want even more discount, use my code Paddy Doyle at checkout, and on specific activities, you'll actually get an even cheaper deal. Thanks to Klook for sponsoring this video. Have fun planning your trip to Madeira or anywhere in the world. And now let's continue our exploration of Funchal. Now, where I'm staying is fantastic. Nice an apartment. Lots of dogs barking here in Madeira. Where I'm staying it's nice, and I really got a good night's sleep, which is very important. But it is far away from Funchal. It's right up on this steep hill, which is good and bad. It's good because I can walk up the road and I can take a bus right here down into Funchal, €2, easy. But as you can see to the other side of me, is the cable car. They're used for transport, obviously, getting people up and down the mountain. So I was thinking maybe we could just take the cable car down. That seems like a fun, unique way to commute to coffee and breakfast. Nobody's actually coming up the cable car yet. It's still a bit too early. I was thinking, like, what is the reason for the cable car? Is it just to get people from the hills down to town? But it seems like there's a famous tropical garden here, Monte Palace. So maybe we just have a little walk around the park, explore that while it's not busy, and then make our way down into town on the cable car for breakfast. I mean, look how beautiful this is. This garden opens at 9 AM, and as you can see, it costs €15 to enter. Quite pricey, but just wait, guys, because this place is worth it. Stumbling across this early in the morning, I mean, we've hit the jackpot. This is absolute paradise, and there's nobody here. I can't even imagine. This place is probably really popular. It's right at the very exit of the cable car, so all the tourists coming off the cruise ship will come up the cable car, they'll come explore this. This is definitely one of the best things to do in Madeira for sure. And there's different exhibitions with art, sculpture. Look. There's nobody here. Come at 9 o'clock in the morning, guys. The whole place is immaculate. And I just love everything about it. The trees, the smells, the flowers, the cool art installations, the historical flashes. I love the local tile works. 300-year-old tiles from Madeira on display. Hand-painted, beautiful works of art. Sculptures, art installations. They're trying to tell the story of Madeira through the garden. It's just wonderful. And now we're in the Japanese garden. Beautiful. Yeah, this place is just pure magic. And put simply, you have to come here, especially if you have children. This place is just going to ignite their imagination. There's just so much to see. There are so many little nooks and crannies, little paths that lead down through the jungle, through the forest. You don't really know where you're going half the time. Everything kind of just leads down. Because I think to get back to the beginning, it's quite steep because I've been going downhill the whole time. So it's very pleasurable, like, oh, going down, but going all the way back up to the top. I think it's going to be quite tricky, but what they do have is have a road. And then they have these beautiful classic cars, and then for €5, they'll take you back to the top. So you don't even have to walk and huff and puff your way back to the top. There's a little cafe here. I can make a whole video about this place, but I'll try my best to keep this within a 2-minute segment of my Madeira video because it's so big, there's so much to see. I love it so much, but this video's got to keep moving.
Yeah, flamingos, waterfalls, art, sculptures, incredible gardens all around you. This place gets a 10 out of 10 for me. Just make sure to get here early, like I did.
I've made my way back up to the top now. As you can see, it's a little bit busier now. Ooh, busy. So let's grab a ticket. Let's get the cable car down into town. Okie dokie. I'll get a cable car all to myself. And we're away. That tropical garden was bloody fantastic.
Coming down the cable car, you see Funchal from the best possible view. You cross over the suburbs and you see all the locals living in their houses. And you also fly over the busy highways and bridges, totally bypassing all of the crazy traffic and winding roads.
Check out the queue for the cable car coming up. Oh, there's a beach. I don't know if you can call it a beach, but it is a beach. It's beautiful, but it just looks uncomfortable. You got pebbles up your ass.
Right, time for some lunch, and I popped into this cafe. This is the Art Corner, delicious coffee, and a cute spot to sit down and just watch the world go by. I had a yummy chicken wrap and a salad, and yeah, it was just nice to take a well-deserved rest after a few hours exploring on foot. But to be honest, the busy tour buses whizzing by kind of gave me a headache, so I moved on and I kept exploring. But there was one place that was calling my name louder than anywhere else, and that was, of course, the beautiful seaside.
Right, I just had that absolutely delicious lunch, and I just can't take my eyes off the sea, guys. I mean, just look how beautiful it is. It is calling our name. So whilst I was having lunch, I had a look online and I booked one of those catamarans. It leaves at 3 o'clock, it goes out for 3 hours, and we just cruise up and along the coastline, soaking up the views. And apparently it's prime season for dolphins and whales, so we hopefully might see some wildlife. But I brought my really expensive long lens, and I left it up at the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on the local bus, go back up to the hotel, grab my long lens, have a quick drink of water, and then come back down and get on the boat, and we'll be going on something similar to this beautiful thing, and on the hunt for whales and dolphins. Sounds good to me.
I had a little gander here as well. This is one of the central markets in town. It's full of colour, full of farmers and their produce. And yeah, it's just fragrant, and it's a great place for all of you tropical fruit lovers. But I still had plenty of time to kill because
I'm ready for the boat trip. I've still got an hour to kill. So I've just come back down to the marina. It's close by to where the boat trip starts. Looks like the wind's picked up. The flag is flapping and the waves are blowing. So I hope we're still going out, but I think it it could be a bit rough out there.
Yeah, so did someone say €7 pina coladas? Yes, please. Honestly, is there a better way to kill the time than sinking a few cocktails and watching the world go by. Even in these breezy conditions, Funchal was putting on quite a show for us.
Okay, I am a little bit worried. I hope I haven't booked onto a tourist trap. So I'm here now. Look at how many people are here. Now there are loads of different boats, loads of different companies, loads of different catamarans. Some of them look chock-a-block. Let's see what the situation is. This is the company that I booked on, Atlantic Pearl. I got my little boarding pass already. I just hope I'm not on this boat. Look at this one.
You have the boarding card?
Yes.
Okay, deliver it on the boat.
Okie
please.
dokie.
Okay.
It is a beaut. Thank you.
Okay. Newcastle.
How are the tune?
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. El Capitan. This area here is good if you want to be in the shade. Look at this. Looks like everyone's getting their seat out front. And this was cheap. I'll leave exactly where I booked this in the description because I did it this morning when I was having lunch. And when I got here, I really worried. I thought, oh no, this is going to be awful. There's going to be hundreds of people on this.
In case of an emergency on the boat, you'll find the life jackets right there.
Okie dokie. We have begun. I wonder how choppy it's gonna get. They said they saw some dolphins this morning. Let's see what they find this afternoon. It's gonna be a lot harder to find whales in dolphins with all of the waves capping like this in this wind. Even if we don't see any whales, it's just nice to be on the water. Look at this.
Cruising out to the sea, it was nice to know that the swells were not that bad. We cut through the waves with ease, and everyone on board was loving life on this gorgeous vessel. There were about 6 or 7 other boats with us, but none more beautiful than this one. This is actually a replica of one of the early Portuguese ships that discovered not just Madeira, but half of the New World. Absolutely stunning.
That looks so sick. So we've been following 3 whales, a big male, a female, and a juvenile. The juvenile is still coming up, and every few minutes I get a little snap of him. I am shooting an incredible amount of video. I'm trying to get the best shot I can for you guys, but it's very difficult, very difficult. Well, I've had a few good ones, but look how beautiful it is out here. And the wind has gone. There's not a lick of wind anymore. This is so beautiful. Whee! Nailed it.
The southern coast of Madeira is magical, truly epic, and to be able to cruise alongside it for such a bargain price, you really need to try this experience if you come to Madeira.
So this is actually one of Europe's highest waterfalls, we were just told. And it is absolutely beautiful. Look at this. They actually used to go up. See that straight line thing, right? That used to be a lift. It doesn't work anymore. But you used to get in that little thing and it would zip you up like a elevator. But they've got a cable car installed now because those people who live on top of the mountain need a way to get down, and they get on the pier and get on their boat and go into town. We've been to some places together on this channel, but Madeira.
And the more we explored, the more stunning it became. Madeira was certainly living up to the hype.
Apparently we have a 30-minute break. We're gonna moor up here in this beautiful bay, and we can swim if we want. I didn't bring my swimming costume, but I think I'll still go for a jump in regardless. Look at it.
After a swim, it was time to head back to dry land. I was going to meet up with Joe once again. We had some things to talk about, we had some serious planning to do, but somehow we ended up meeting the president of the island. This bloke in the blue suit, yeah, that's apparently the leader of the island. Anyway, time for a proper catch-up at the pub. Only €2 for a pint, by the way.
Right. It's also mad
These streets are cute, aren't they?
Dude, me and my friend would just laugh our asses about that. It was really funny. But still. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Look at this. Oh, Joe. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
So we have tuna, locally caught, spada, more tuna, dorada, which is sea bream, more tuna, sea bream head, or maybe sea bass, robalo.
So this is the scary blackfish.
Scary blackfish,
Wow.
still on the market.
I'm so excited for this
Big
one.
teeth, big eyes, deep sea. The most popular fish in Madeira.
Oh my god, that is so good. The second it hits your tongue.
Right? And he cooks it so well.
Just need to pop in and say that this was the best garlic bread I've ever had, and worth a trip to Madeira alone.
Thank you, Joe,
Pleasure.
for that incredible dinner. Second night in a row. It's such a good restaurant.
When you find somewhere good.
Yeah, he's a celebrity in there as well. And listen, it's got me thinking. So this is Joe, right? He's my mate. He lives here. How long have you lived here?
I've been coming 7 years, lived here too.
So he's pretty much a local. And arriving in Madeira, it's been nothing short of a joy. And I've been, I mean, let's face it, I've been a tourist here for the last couple of days, going on a whale tour, you know, going on the cable car, going to the tropical garden thing this morning. Amazing, like beautiful. But these are all typical things that you do when you're in Madeira. And I'm glad that I ticked them off. But it got me thinking, these restaurants and these little bars and little things that Joe knows, that's because he's a local. So why don't we go explore Madeira with a local? So the next video, which Joe is going to be the star of, he's already told me over dinner, like, I'm going to take you here, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to go there. We're going to really get to know Madeira properly, away from the cruise ships and the tourists. Getting out of Funchal, we're going to go on a motorbike, we're going to eat local food, we're going to have a great time, and we're going to be away from the riffraff, right?
Yeah, off the beaten path, secret spots that only I know about. So I think you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Yeah, so if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see some real hidden gems, the proper local side of the island, then watch it right here. You can watch it right now. And I'll see you soon.